So talk about your role model. Who did you look up to growing up?
Growing up, I had to say my stepdad, Maurice Scott, definitely got me started heavy in the game. Opened the gym up for me whenever I wanted to. Took me on AAU trips, and him and my mom both spent countless amount of hours and time and money and in on the team. And I wasn't even that good when I was younger, but stuck with it. So definitely my dad, though. He really taught me a lot of basketball skills and life skills aside of that, and they really stayed on me hard to make sure I worked at it because I said I wanted to do it. So.
Skylar, last year as a freshman, you burst onto the scene here in the state of Indiana, averaged almost 20 points a ball game, a little over 20 points a ball game, led the team to the state finals, a 25-2 record on the season last year. How were you able to adapt so quickly to the high school ball game last year?
Well, the girls that I play with at Washington is pretty much my AU team. We've been playing together for about 4 or 5 years now, and we knew each other's games well enough that I could just come in and fit right in.
In high school, it's when you come in and you the freshman, you got to earn that respect. You got to,
Yeah.
and I definitely did. But it was easier when you had some camaraderie with the girls. We didn't realize till like 10 years later that, we would have sold out games. People couldn't come in. They would be turning people away, turning coaches away.
Whenever you have a player with Skylar's abilities and talents, you want her on the floor as much as possible.
We went to state all 4 years.
Okay.
I got a state ring. We lost state at the buzzer my senior year. It was a heartbreaker.
Oh.
Start to, get more attention in AAU and things like that. Like Muffet McGraw would come to my games. Like she would start to come, and what she did was she offered me a scholarship when I was in the 8th grade. Notre Dame was right in my backyard. Like Notre Dame I grew up like 8 minutes from the university. And so everybody was gearing me toward the more traditional basketball schools who were powerhouses, UConns and the Tennessees. And for me, I wanted my mama to see me play. And so I wanted to stay home, but definitely nobody was going to Notre Dame back then. So, but yeah, once I got into USA, that's when I would say, it kind of blew up from there.
To be able to put on a USA basketball jersey and represent my country is a feeling like no other. I mean, it's one thing to represent my family, my city, University of Notre Dame, state of Indiana, but it's another thing to be able to have the opportunity to represent your country. I think a great sense of honor, pride, loyalty goes into that, and it just really brings out the best of you, knowing that you have USA on front.
And the pass is picked off by Diggins. No timeouts for the Irish. Diggins inside and Shagwa got it with 1.8 to go. Ferris heaves it down court. No good. And Notre Dame wins its first Big East Tournament championship.
You got Neil? You got Neil's assist record today. Hey. And you got best scoring record today.
Neil and I are in mourning. Yeah. Very happy.
And if you had any advice to give to our new incoming freshmen, what would you give them now, looking back?
Yeah, I can't believe that freshman went past really fast. So try to take as much as you can out of every drill. In practice, sometimes you're going to be tired, but never take a play off. I mean, I wish I would have went a little harder, because when you look back and then it's like, man, I could have been so much better, that much better, and maybe even in conditioning, just push yourself past your limit and see how far you can take yourself, and it'll definitely benefit the team.
Obviously, Coach McGraw, a lot of people don't know she from Philly. She really didn't take no shit. She had swag. But she was very cerebral, and she really taught me how to like study the game and like watch basketball instead of just like, study the game instead of just watching the game.
Yeah.
Her and Neil, obviously having Neil too, who won a championship at Notre Dame, just having her coaching next to me and having her to reference those two who had won before. They had the blueprint. We got to the ship a few times and they were never able to finish it, but the teams that we lost to Brittany Griner, and I remember her Baylor team, they went like 40-0 that year.
I think she's a champion. I do. I know that we didn't win it, but what she's done for us has been amazing. And she leaves Notre Dame as the most celebrated and decorated, and she leaves a gigantic hole in the lineup. I don't think any one person can replace her. I think that there's a lot of pressure on our incoming point guard to be good right away, and I think the rest of the team has to step up a little bit more and realize what we've lost. I think that the swagger and the confidence that she brought, I hope that somebody can step up and replace that.
It's been a dream come true, just having the opportunity to play for my hometown school and right in my backyard for Coach McGraw. And just being able to learn from her every day, just the experiences I've gone through, I'll never forget. The people that I met, I'll never forget, and it was just such a great time. I had a great time going through it, and I wouldn't want a different group of girls in the locker room. I wouldn't want a different group of coaches. And just the people I met, I know they'll be a part of my circle for life.
With the third pick in the 2013 WNBA draft, the Tulsa Shock selects Skylar Diggins from the University of Notre Dame.
Rebecca, not only are they getting an immediate winner, they're getting a social media star. No college athlete had more Twitter followers. She infuses a winning attitude immediately with this franchise.
No, Tulsa Shock, I was shocked. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I'd never been to Oklahoma. Had we had more resources, we probably could have been more successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like a new franchise we were trying to get our feet underneath us, but the fans were so loyal that when we moved to Dallas in 2016, our franchise moved from Tulsa to Dallas in 2016. We had fans from Tulsa that would still drive the 3 hours down to come to the game.
Skylar Diggins-Smith said she wasn't planning on playing in Dallas next season, and she won't be, as the four-time All-Star is heading to the Phoenix Mercury in a sign-and-trade deal, the team announced. In exchange for Diggins-Smith, the Wings get the number 5 and 7 picks in the 2020 WNBA draft and a future first-round pick. Diggins-Smith's addition to the team will create a new Big Three in the WNBA, as the point guard will join 9-time All-Star Diana Taurasi and 6-time All-Star Brittany Griner on a Phoenix team that went 15-19 last season and made the playoffs. In her 6 WNBA seasons, Diggins-Smith has averaged 15.9 points, 4.9 assists, and 1.3 steals on 40.1% shooting.
Third overall pick in 2013, 4-time All-Star, 2-time WNBA first team, and in your first season with the Mercury, averaged 18 points, 4 assists. How was that first season here in Phoenix?
It was great. You know, obviously I got to play with the great Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, and in our time together, you know, just really being able to gel together. And I feel like this is my reintroduction to Phoenix in a way, you know, getting to finally play some games outside of the bubble and in Phoenix this year. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm always thrilled to be a part of such a great team with great athletes. Well, I'm rubbing elbows with some of the greatest of all time. You know, I'm looking forward to Olympics and being an opportunity to be an Olympian and obviously competing for another championship. So I'm thrilled at the opportunity to be in the Valley. And so many years I was on the other side of that X Factor, so I'm glad they got to cheer for me now.
Skylar Diggins-Smith, Nneka Ogwumike both have decided to go to Seattle. Obviously, they have Jewel Lloyd.
With what they're adding in Nneka and Skylar, again, another team where it brings them right into title contender, bro, right away.